Hey, what's going on, guys? Oz here. Finally, I'm coming out with a custom class video. A lot of you have been asking me, Oz, what classes are you using to beastify on Call of Duty Ghosts? I'm going to break those down for you today. I'm also going to wrap it up with my stats. This is going to be version 1. This will be the first episode that I release. Over the course of Ghosts, I usually release about 2 or 3 of these because as I advance through the Call of Duty lifespan of a game, my classes sometimes change drastically, as they did in Black Ops 2. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it. These are the 6 classes that I use the most. I use these on a consistent basis. And first we're going to start off with the AK-12 Focus Chem class. I went ahead and renamed them all as well. AK-12 Focus Chem. You guys have seen this in many videos. I consider this personally the best setup for my play style in domination on Call of Duty Ghosts. I go with the AK-12. It's my favorite gun in the game. You see the weapon stats here. I mean, I have 17,000 kills with this gun alone, and I have 50,000 total. So that goes to show I use this gun about 1/3 of the time. What I like to do is I like to go with the silencer and also the foregrip. Foregrip, a lot of people say you don't need it because the AK-12 doesn't have that much recoil. But why have not that much recoil when you can have very little recoil? That's my way of thinking. Also the silencer to stay off of the mini-map. I like to flank a lot with this gun, get up into the enemy spawn, shoot people from the side, shoot people from the back. So that's why I go with that. Now into the perks. I start off with sleight of hand, faster reload, stalker. Stalker on any AR just makes you a lot more slipperier, tough word to say. Makes you a lot slippery. It just makes you a lot more slippery, god damn it. Alright. You're going to be aiming around corners with this weapon. This is not a twitch reflex setup like a quick draw, ready up type gun. I start off with the dead silence and amplify. You want to not be heard and you want to hear everything. Also focus to help me win those one-on-one gunfights to start off with. Okay, so with that setup, I feel like, me personally, these 5 perks right here is all I need to win a one-on-one gunfight in Call of Duty Ghosts, and I just add on to it with my strike package. I go off the grid number 1 unlock, that's out of 4, and I use off the grid on the number 1 unlock because a lot of times, say I'm going on a nice mini streak, what ends up buzz killing me is the enemies know where I'm at because of the SATCOMs. I then go into Scavenger because right around that 6, 7, 8 kill mark, I start running extremely low on ammo. So that 7 Scavenger second unlock kicks in at a perfect time. Once I have the Scavenger, I'm golden. I honestly don't need any more perks, but I add on that Deadeye for that stopping power. And you really do have to earn it because you figure you're getting it at 13 kills, and then right at 15 kills, you get the bonus. Now, my way of thinking is if I can get the bonus, I can get all the perks that I need. I slap on that stopping power from the Deadeye. Man, I should make an easy run because check out the bonus. The bonus is going to be ready up, quick draw, blast shield, and hardline. I use hardline in the last unlock so that I can hit my chem strike 1 kill earlier. I always seem to die like 1 or 2 off a chem strike, and hardline makes the big difference because not only does it reduce the amount of kills that you need for the chem strike to 24, but also every 2 assists counts as 1 kill. So say I get 4 assists, that's going to equal 2 kills towards my chem. So that's my chem strike class. Next one, I'm gonna go a little faster on this as we progress, but the next one is my lag cutter gun. The same setup, AK-12 and the grip, but instead of the silencer, I put on the muzzle brake. Anytime you feel as though you're getting a little bit of frame rate lag or you're getting bullet lag, take off your silencer and add on things like muzzle brake or grip, etc. You're gonna notice a big difference. Me personally, I think the AK-12 with the foregrip and muzzle brake is one of the better setups in the game, especially for being very mobile, being aggressive, and attacking. I feel like this is just extremely dominant. Only thing is, like, you're going to be on the radar, and it's pretty difficult to go on long streaks. Let me explain the setup because this is an OBJ class. So the 2 things that are actually the 3 things that I feel are the most important are stalker on the AR, focus to win the gunfights, and amplify to hear the footsteps. I don't care about being heard as long as I can hear the enemy too. So that's my way of thinking why I'm not using dead silence. Instead, I'm using amplify. Now, I added in 2 perks, and these are OBJ perks. One is blind eye to shut down any oracles and any attack helicopter, Heinz in the air, because anytime you're playing OBJ, a lot of times what's going to really screw you up when you're trying to get in there and cap flags is some dickhead who's camping on the other team is calling in battle Heinz and oracles, or camping for squad mates and shit like that. So shut them down with the blind eye, put on the blast shield to stop those grenade and C4 spammers on the flag. It's just gonna, you're not gonna be protected 100%, but it's definitely gonna help a lot. You're not gonna die instantly from C4s with this. The strike package, OBJ, my favorite setup. I go with the ballistic vest. The ballistic vests are really OP. They can be shut down when you're using armor piercing rounds, but not very many people use that setup. Also added in the Night Owl. The Night Owl is kind of like a portable radar that flies above your head. It's helpful. I mean, it's not the best thing in the world, but I mean, anything that's going to show the enemy on a radar is good for you. Also, the support squad mate. If you can get a high volume of kills, you should be able to earn about 2, 3, possibly even 4 of these per match. Okay, that's my OBJ class. The next one is my off-the-grid chem. Now, a lot of times what ends up happening is I'll start off with my focus chem, and I just notice the enemies are spamming in satcoms, and that's really detrimental to going on streaks. And sometimes I can't, when I'm using the focus chem and enemies are spamming satcoms and camping, I can't reach the 4 kills needed for off-the-grid. So what do? Instead, let me scroll down. I start off with off-the-grid, and then I take off amplify and I run focus. Part of the problem was I was running dead silence, off the grid, amplify, stalker, ready up, which is a good setup. But the problem is I noticed I would lose a lot of one-on-one gunfights. So instead I took off the amplify because I don't really need it right away. Instead I added the focus. So in case I get into a heated game where I'm dying pretty often, I have that focus to help keep me alive off the start. My unlocks instead at the 3 kill mark and also the first unlock, bam, I got the amplify. Then I convert directly into my regular specialist setup. 6 kills to get the Scavenger, 12 kills to get the Deadeye, and then the bonus sleight of hand, quick draw, hardline, and I throw in Gambler to see if maybe I can hit something worthwhile. Alright, so when the enemy's spamming satcoms, I switch off the grid. This is something that I use a lot on Strike Zone, and I found that this really works extremely well. M27, very low recoil, LMG, big ammo capacity. You get 200 bullets, 100 in your clip to start. I go with the red dot precision accuracy, also the muzzle brake. Some people say you don't need muzzle brake and put on grip instead. No, this thing has no recoil. You shred through opponents. They instantly die when you use this setup. I love it. I also use this on prison break when people are camping across that little middle section. I slap on the M27 with the Deadeye, boom, dropped instantly. All right, perks, I go ready up because let's face it, you aim down sight pretty slow, and plus I needed a little one point perk to put into the starting side, so I'll go with the ready up. Stalker, very important. This is the key. Also Deadeye to start with. All right, Deadeye to start, guys. Extremely important. I had amplified in here, but I find you don't really need it because you're not really moving anyway with the light machine gun. You're just kind of drifting around the map supporting your team. What's going to be a lot more beneficial for you is run ping to start. All right, ping to start with the Deadeye, the LMG. What's going to end up happening, you're going to shoot at the enemy, you're going to kill one dude with the LMG. Ping is going to catch any teammates around them, to continue aiming down sight directly where you killed the other dude. Okay, really helpful. Into the strike package, I go amplified as number 3. That's going to take care of my sound. Okay, nobody's going to creep up behind me. I go focus number 6, off the grid number 10. In my opinion, those are perfect slots for them. In the bonus, I go dead silence, Scavenger, because right around the point when you start getting 11, 12, 13 kills with the LMG, that's when you need the added ammo. So Scavenger in the bonus. Also blast shield because you don't want to be getting killed by random ass grenades, and then hardline to hit your chem one kill faster. This is my stealth class. It's the only submachine gun class that I use. I don't really use this too much, but there's an occasion where, damn, I mean, the enemies just have so much support out in the air. They got satcoms, they got oracles, and they're camping with those stupid target finder sights and things of that nature, thermals. This is what I feel is gonna make this is what I feel is gonna help you out the most. Originally, I didn't have Incog in here, but I mean, Incog is a really great perk. You know, there's just really no room for it in my other slots. But in order for me to put that on, I had to take off Stalker. And for me to take off Stalker, I needed the next best thing to an AR, which is the Mtar. Okay, Mtar has assault rifle range, large ammo capacity, and you run like a submachine gun dude. You sprint fast. So I like to, since I'm going to be probably, you know, flanking with this, I need the silencer. Also, the grip is going to help with the recoil because the Mtar does jump just a little bit without the grip, foregrip. Alright, so I'm starting off with Ready Up, Blind Eye to take care of the Oracles, Dead Silence, Incog, Off the Grid. A complete stealth class. They can't hear you, they can't see you, you don't even have the red name over your head, no callouts on you, no Oracles, okay? Transition into the strike package, bam, amplified first. Since you can't be seen or heard, you add in the amplify. Really broadens your game up. You're super stealthy because you start hearing shit now. Scavenger next because that's when you're going to start needing ammo, right around 6 kills. Add in focus. So that's going to be really important to help keep you alive, especially with the Mtar. Since it does have a little bit of recoil, if you get into anything close to a mid-range gunfight and you don't have focus, enemy has an AR with focus, you're screwed, you're dead. Alright, at the bonus 11 kills, I go sleight of hand, I go steady aim, sit rep instead of blast shield because, like I said, I'm being really sneaky and I don't want to run up against any I was gonna say IUDs. You're not gonna run up against any IEDs and you know, what are those things called? The IMSs. Also ping. Ping is gonna make you really good at your sound whoring and your stealth ability there. You want to play that kind of passive aggressive as well. That's what I found is the best setup, the best strategy to use with this particular setup. Okay, this is my I Sweat class. All right, this works really good in ground war too. First of all, it's the Remington with the red dot and the muzzle brake, what I consider possibly the best gun in the game, unsuppressed. Okay, it's a monster. I mean, I have a 3.4 KD with it, almost 29% accuracy. I'm gonna show all my stats with the guns after this, by the way, but. Yeah, this setup, man, it's really good, really good. You want to play a little more defensive with this. The perks, this is my standard AK-12 Chem Strike setup. My starting perks, I go Sleight of Hand, Stalker, Dead Silence, Amplify, Focus. Like I said before, that's all I need to win a one-on-one gunfight. I added in the Sweat package, aka the Assault Strike package, which is the IMS. I alternate the IMS and the Dog. But there's absolutely no need for the big streaks. I mean, not only are you going to rarely hit them, but these are much easier to attain, okay? And they do just as much damage. IMS, Sentry Gun. Sentry Gun is like an extra teammate on the battlefield. It'll save your ass, trust me, especially when you're trying to play the objective. Sentry Gun, IMS, and the Battle Hind. Battle Hind is extremely underrated. Actually, it's not underrated. So many people use the Battle Hind. But yeah, it does a lot of damage. And it still allows you to, you know, run around the battlefield. You don't have to go on the little laptop and, you know, play on the computer. So yeah, guys, that's my setup. Let me briefly show you guys all my stats with the different guns. SC 2010, 3.4, 28 accuracy. 805, I have the worst accuracy at 24, but then again, I haven't really used it too much, only when I first got the game. I got about a 2.96 with that, only like 2,000 kills. This is my go-to, AK-12, 3.6, about almost 29% accuracy, as you can see, very accurate with that. The FAD is my highest KD gun in the game. I have a 5.5 with the FAD. Probably need to start using this more. I have a 30.33 accuracy with it. This gun just rips through people, very little recoil, so sometimes I'll swap that into my setup. I usually, when I do use it, I'll use it on whiteout. The Remy, 3.4, 28. MSBS I'm starting to use again more. Accuracy is pretty high, so I'll work on getting that KD ratio up. I've been doing pretty well with it lately. Honey Badger, one of my best guns. As you can see, I do very well with it, a 4.24 with a 28. And in the ARX, I don't use too much. I'm just not a fan of this because of the recoil. A 270 with a 20, almost a little under a 26 accuracy. So I'm not very accurate with that compared to some of these other guns. Some machine guns I don't use. As you can see, I have like 30 kills, 100 kills, 400 kills. They all hover, like, usually when I use them, I average between like a 2.5 to a 3.5. using those. But since you are up close in the enemy's face, you do take a few more deaths than usual. But if you use a sub, you should be able to get, you know, maybe more kills. Also, accuracy will take a little bit of a hit. Oh yeah, LMGs, a melee accuracy is a little low on these. A melee 287. I like the melee. It's not that good for long range though. M27, I got a 334. This one is the probably the best out of all of them. The LSAT's alright, not that bad. I just don't like using it because the recoil. And the chainsaw is not really my cup of tea. I tried it, but you know, I just don't like the hip fire. Actual stats. Let's go into barracks. Wins, I don't really care about it. Holding about a 220. Longest streak was like a 24. 997 wins, 453. Not bad for playing solo though. Over a 2-win loss. That's about average for me on Call of Duty. What is this? Kills. I'm at a 348. Highest streak was a 57. I averaged 34 kills per match. This is actually going up because if you look at monthly, I'm averaging a 492. It says my highest streak monthly was 28, but that's wrong. I had a 54. It says 54 on Xbox 360. And my average kills are 39 for the month. So obviously, I'm estimating by the time, you know, Call of Duty Ghosts is done, I'm going to be up there probably like around a 4 KD because of the averages. So that's about average for me. That's where I was at in Black Ops 2. Accuracy is up, you know, in Call of Duty Ghosts. I'm at a 28.34, which is fairly decent. It's pretty high. Doesn't let me show monthly, but I'm imagining that's like around a 30 for the month because it was down like around a 26 earlier. And let's see, the only game mode I really play is Domination, but Domination things aren't really that updated. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Those are my classes. That's how I go beast mode. Maybe you guys can learn something from it. Feel free to take some of my classes if you wish. I'm out, guys. Peace.